Hmong are an Asian ethnic group from the mountainous regions of China, Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam. They were farmers and hunters living in groups in small villages. The Hmong in Laos began their journey to the United States following the year 1975. The Hmong fled their native country of Laos due to persecution and extermination related to their involvement in the Vietnam War. During the Vietnam War, the United States recruited the Hmong to help them fight the North Vietnamese and Communist Pathet Lao. General Vang Pao, a prestigious Hmong leader, recruited young Hmong boys and men into secret battles with the North Vietnamese and Communist Lao, known as the Secret War. The Hmong worked closely with the United States from 1961 until the fall of Saigon in 1975. According to the Census 2010, there are 260,074 Hmong people currently living in the United States. The states with the heaviest concentration of Hmong are California, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Domestic violence is when a spouse or partner in a relationship commits intentional harm on the other person, physically, psychologically, sexually, or emotionally. Domestic violence is also known as intimate partner violence because it often is caused by a current or former spouse, current or former boyfriend. One thing to remember is that women can be abusers too. Domestic violence does not disgrace anyone regardless of race, age, sexual orientation, religion, or gender. It does not matter anyone's socioeconomic background or education level. Domestic violence can happen to any couples who are married or in an intimate relationship. In the Hmong community, homicide-related intimate partner violence cases has risen sharply within the last decade. In a study conducted by the Asian and Pacific Islander Institute on domestic violence related to homicide in the U.S. from 2000 to 2005, 16 of the 160 victims were found to be Hmong. In 2013 alone, 2 unrelated homicide cases of intimate partner violence occurred in the Hmong community, which impacted community leaders, activists, and individuals to openly discuss the issue of domestic violence facing the Hmong community, a topic that is still considered taboo to talk about. March 24, 2013, Pania Yang and her 18-year-old brother were brutally murdered by her abusive husband, whom she was going to leave for good. On that fateful day, Yang and her brother went to the apartment that she shared with her husband to retrieve some of her personal belongings. Somehow, a dispute erupted between the couples, which ended in the killing of Yang and her brother. The husband then took his own life. 3 months later, another intimate partner violence case occurred. Pania Vu was gruesomely killed by her husband Yang Zhang at their rented home in Altoona, Wisconsin. Vu's upper body was found burned in a shed at the backyard of the home. It was reported that Zhang strangled Vu in the basement of the house before dragging her lifeless body to the shed to be incinerated. When I first heard the news, I just could not but feel a sense of hopelessness. A part of me wanted to do something to end domestic violence in my community, but another part of me tells me that I am not strong, credible, or capable enough to combat domestic violence. In addition, being among women in a very patriarchal culture with patriarchal practices, my voice and action probably has little difference. Nevertheless, I have choices available to me. I can choose to dissipate what I have seen or heard from a television screen, or I can take small steps toward domestic violence prevention. As a primary prevention, what I have chosen to do is model a nonviolent, respectful behavior to my children, family, and friends. Peace begins with me.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack